arch, nice and tall, point that knee straight up. Trying to pull that heel up underneath your bottoms, underneath those glutes, right along that backside. Sort of get those hands going with it, nice rhythm going on. And now next couple of reps, about next 10 seconds, I want you to really brace through that midsection so you're strong through that core. Last 4, 3, 2, and relax. Let's go ahead and ground those feet. Make sure you have some room behind you. We're going to go into our hinge, squat, double lunge warm-up that I love so much. So nice strong hinge. Drive those hips back. Feel those hamstrings nice and tall. Deep squat for me if you can. Tall, and then double lunge. So one on each side. I don't care which one you go with first. And then strong hinge. Tall, squat, lunge. Have some intent in that lunge. Nice strong hinge. Drive those hips back. Deep squat. Drive those knees out. Double lunge. 2 more rounds. Strong hinge. Deep squat. Lunge. Lunge. 1 more. Hinge. Squat. Lunge. Lunge. Excellent. All right. Hopefully you got the hips woken up enough where we can at least get into our movement patterns that we're working today. So the rest of the warm-up is actually going to be the movements we're going through today. Do me a favor, don't just stand there and watch me. It's awkward. All right, work through these movements with me while I'm actually going through them, what we're going to be working through today. All right, so let's go ahead and get on down to the ground. First movement is our glute bridge. I'm going to show you without weight for a moment. So a double glute bridge. Heels are in line with the hips, or slightly outside. Toes are pulled up, and we're thinking about driving those knees away, so we're activating through those glutes. Give me a couple of reps of that glute bridge. Not too challenging, right? Not too bad. All right. Now I want you to bring that right knee up, so your right leg's off the ground. Give me 3 reps. Left side, single leg glute bridge, so extending through the knee, so you're pressing the knee away from the body. Trying to really feel that left glute. All right, let's switch out sides. Right side, 3 reps. So you might be thinking, where does the weight play in? I'm going to leave that up to you. If you feel like you need weight, we are going to be working for 45 seconds. You can take that weight onto that hip as you work. We're going to switch sides, you actually see it, as you work through that single leg glute bridge. Okay? Adds a lot more challenge to the glute, to the hamstring. We're not looking to feel the low back. All right? Go ahead and sit on up. I want those legs extended out in front of the body. Your weights are nearby. All right, all we're going to do for right now is I just want you to press. Okay? Nice and tall, legs are long. All right, pull down, press. All right, now let's add some weight to that. I'm going to work with my kettlebells. You can work with dumbbells or whatever you have nearby. We're going right into a Z press. Exhale as you press. Pulling down, 2 more reps. Pulling down. And pulling down. Excellent. That is our C press. That is our second movement we're working through today. That was just a superset. We're going to be working through a single leg glute bridge, working each leg independently, and then into that double press with that Z press. If you only have 1 kettlebell, you're wondering what to do, okay? You can always go here, then press right overhead. You might find that top range a little more challenging if you have any impingements in the shoulder. Dumbbells, same thing. All right, let's make our way on back up. Let's go ahead and take the kettlebell or dumbbell into the right hand. All right, that right foot's going to step back. I want you to slowly lower yourself down towards the floor, and you're going to pass that kettlebell or dumbbell between and underneath that left leg. Stand tall. Left foot steps back, lower down, pass under the right leg, grab onto it with that right hand. Stand tall, different camera angle. Right foot goes back, lowering down, pass. Left foot, lower down, pass. Right foot, lower down, pass. Last time on the left, and relax. Since I can't see you, I'm going to call out what's going to happen to most of you today, is you're going to start passing in front of the body. So what we're working through is we're always passing underneath the leg. What tends to happen is as we get into this rhythm, we start doing this weird little figure 8 thing. We have no idea, it kind of looks fancy. We have no idea where that kettlebell's going. It always goes towards the inside of the front leg today. All right, next movement. Our dumbbells on the floor. I want you to take that left foot back, hinge at the hips, and now if you can't quite reach that kettlebell or dumbbell, that's where you pull the elevator down. We grab onto it, stand back tall, and we're working a single arm row. It's going to be 3 reps. And stand tall, switch out legs, right foot back, right hand grabs on, 3 reps. This is our second superset. Again, I hope you're following along, actually doing these movements. All right, next superset, our final superset today is our sumo squat with a high pull. All right, you can work double, single, I'll just show you those options, and then we're working a rotational lift, which you actually did a few weeks ago. All right, so we're in our sumo stance. I'm gonna show you single first, exaggerated squat stance. All right, I want you to hinge at the hips first, and then pull down, your chest stays proud, okay? And as we stand up, your elbows go high. We did high pulls last week. We went over the setup of that arm, so we're like this, we're not like this. All right, so we're pulling down, high pull, pulling down, high pull. If you want to go double kettlebell, double dumbbell, either one's absolutely fine. Same movement. A little more power is going to be involved, of course. All right, our rotational lift, our last movement we're going to work through today. Again, you're going to be 3 reps on each side. Let's grab onto that kettlebell or dumbbell, grab onto the ends of the dumbbell or the horns of your kettlebell. All right, belly button follows the kettlebell as you take it to your left hip. And now you're going to press, cross it up the body. Back down, reset, right hip, load. Again, belly button's going with my kettlebell here. As I drive through that right hip, I'm pressing and rotating, exhaling along the way. Excellent. All right. So we're working for 45 seconds at a time, 50 seconds recovery. We're going to get rolling here in about 30 seconds. Those are our movements today. I'm mainly, again, cueing through dumbbells and kettlebells. But if we're using a backpack, we're using any other type of weight that you may have, absolutely fine. I'll do my best to throw out some options of those as well. All right, so let's go and take it down to the floor. Go ahead and decide now if you're going to use that weight. I'm going to challenge you to start off with that left leg. Right foot is up. All right, first round, I'll at least go with some weights. So get that weight kind of braced on my left hip. And let's work, driving that hip up, back down, driving knee away from the body, back down. Now breathe. Control down. Control down. You work through your pace. If you tend to work fast, I'm going to go ahead and ask you to slow things down so we're a little more control, a little more time under tension. You got 20 more seconds. Ten more. You can press that knee along, away from the body. Now as you're trying to get that left knee away from your left hip, so you're trying to make that leg as long as you can. And relax. All right, breathe. We're about to switch over to that right side. Again, we're concentrating on the glute. You should not be feeling low back. If you feel low back, I guarantee your toes are down and you're hyperextending. Okay, toes are up and you're driving your knees away. Right side. Let's work. So again, heel is down, toes are up. All too often I say that, and I look over, somebody's got their toes down, their heel up. Heel is down, toes up. Now once you start thinking about that glute, your rear end, like a bicep. Now we all know what our biceps are. That bicep in your arm. Try to squeeze it just like you would a bicep in a bicep curl. So feel that flexion before coming back down. 5 seconds. And relax. Sit on up. All right. So we're going into that Z press. That's that double arm press with legs extended. You got to be strong to the belly. This one sneaks in a lot of ab work. Let's go and get racked on up. And press. Strong pull down. Your pace. Actually working with a little bit of a challenging weight for me in this. Making sure I'm in control. You find your appropriate pace. Trying to pull those toes towards the body, so we're creating that additional tension point. 10 seconds. Three, two, and relax. All right. Woo! Left side, single leg glute bridge. We only have 2 rounds, so I'm going to challenge myself to go with weight on each of these today. Right leg is up, left leg, let's work. So we're working that exhale out of your mouth. You may have heard me say this before, but it's not about just being obnoxious. We're not looking for attention. Most likely you're working out alone. With that exhale, we're looking to activate the midsection. When we force the air out of our mouth, it tightens our belly, tightens that diaphragm, and ensures that we're giving that low back a little extra support. 3, 2, 1, relax. Couple deep breaths. Last time on that right side coming up. Again, weight is optional, but this is pretty challenging with no weight. Get rid of it. We need quality reps. Let's work. Then don't think about the height of your hip. Try to drive that right knee away from your right hip. So you're reaching it away from the body, which is going to allow our body to find that straight line we're looking for. About 10 more seconds, and I'm starting to feel a little fatigue in that right side. And relax, sit on up. Final round with that Z press. All right, I'm going to fight for these weights again. I go pretty slow. Again, you find your appropriate pace. Strong through the belly, tall through the head. Rack it up. Let's work. Working to get those biceps to your ears. So we get that full press overhead. About 15 more seconds, and we're moving on to that tactical lunge and that single arm row superset. Last 4, 3, 2, and relax. All right, making our way up to that standing position. We just need 1 kettlebell or 1 dumbbell. Going to stay with the kettlebell. So on my right hand, I like to start outside of that right side of that kettlebell, so I've got some grip. Right foot steps back, pass it under, stand tall, left foot. And you only add speed if you've really got this movement down. Now I'm going to start thinking about that midsection. Okay, those obliques, nice and stable. We're not collapsing, trying to find that position. We're staying tall. We're allowing the hips to drop. Not letting the body collapse off to the side. Ten seconds. You're driving through that front heel. That back foot's just there for looks. And relax. All right, going to a single arm row. I'm going to start off left side with left foot back. If you know your right side is less dominant, start off with your right side, right? Listen to your body before you listen to me. My left foot's back, strong hinge. I've got to drop just a little bit, working that row. Trying to feel that left shoulder blade drop. Open it up before you pull through the elbow. You're bringing the elbow towards the body. Initiating that pull with the upper back, but think about trying to get that elbow right along the body. If you're feeling more bicep than anything, imagine your hand is a hook. Okay, that kettlebell or that dumbbell is in the hook. Relax. So you're not having to death grip the weight. Okay, you can let it hook. Imagine it's just a crane pulling through. Right? You're not trying to initiate through the bicep or initiating through the back. Right foot back. Right side. Let's work. Try that shoulder down as you pull that weight towards the body. Excellent, y'all. I know Wi-Fi is being a little tricky right now. Apparently everybody's inside their home streaming. If you still hear me, you got about 10 more seconds. Three, two, and relax. Excellent, all right. Going back to that tactical lunge coming up. Final superset, final round of these two. All right, again, let's start with that right side. Right foot steps back. Let's work. Pace yourself. Y'all are still working. Wi-Fi can't make up its mind. 20 seconds. Get full extension through the hip. We're going all the way nice and tall. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and relax. All right, single on row, 2 rounds. Then we're moving on to our final superset, that sumo squat with that high pull and that rotational lift. Left foot back, single on row, let's work. Eyes are on the floor. You're long through your head, you're relaxed through the neck. Strong pull through the back. If you're working a little bit heavier weight, and this 45 seconds is too long for that row, reset, give yourself a little breather, and then right back at it. 15 seconds. Last 4, 3, 2, and relax. All right, sneaking over that right side. Big breath. Your right foot back. We're still strong through the belly, even in that staggered stance. All right, nice strong hinge. Point out, making sure you have a good grip of that weight. Let's work. Pace yourself here. You start to feel that low back, it's another good sign you get a quick reset, re-brace the belly. It might just mean that either abs got a little fatigued, or you start pressing too far forward with that abdominal wall, which puts too much pressure on that lumbar. So make sure we're pulling that belly in nice and strong. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and relax. All right, big breath. We're moving on to that sumo squat with that high pull. I'm going to double it up on this one. Big stance. Knees are going to drive out a little bit. Chest stays proud as you drive those hips back and down. And as we stand, driving those weights straight up. And just a little different view. And chest is staying proud. Halfway already. Full extension of those hips. So you're standing all the way up. 3, 2, and relax. All right. We're going to switch over to dumbbell for just a moment. We're going to go into that rotational lift. So you have kettlebells, you hold onto the horn. Nice athletic stance. Ground those feet. Going that left hip. Rotate and press. So I'm lighting the load a little bit. Trying to go a little bit more speed in my press and in my rotation. So if you're a little bit heavier load for you, don't worry about keeping pace with me right now. We're halfway. Again, that belly button goes with the weight. So as you rotate towards the hip, belly button turns with. So it's pointing at that weight. And as we drive to the sky, same thing. Three, 2, and relax. All right. Almost done, y'all. Going right side, standing through the left. We're back to that sumo high pull. Our list one final time and we're done. Load up right side. Exhale. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Okay, just like in that single arm row, if you've got a little bit heavier weight, you can't modify your weight as easily. If you hit fatigue, you just take that breather. Okay, that's our goal, is to find fatigue, not failure. Definitely not pain, not injury. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and relax. Final time, going back to that high pull. Get your challenge with your depth. Try to get your feet out a little bit more. 2 things are going to happen. One's going to bring you closer to the ground, just because you're wider based. So you're going to turn off those ankles a little bit. All right, let's take it on down. Let's work. You find your appropriate pace. Chest stays proud. Weight coming right up that front of that body. 2, 1, and relax. All right, we're almost there. Rotational lift coming back up. We're finding a little middle ground weight now. Left hip, low, sweat. Pace yourself. Make sure you're working that exhale. Got about 10 more seconds. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and relax. Last set. And then you're done. Rotational lift. Right hip the sky. Remember, it's coming through the body, coming across that diagonal line. Right hip. Let's work. Third of the way through. About halfway. Keep that strength. Keep that breath. Keep that belly button going with the weight. About 5 more reps. Last 3, 2, 1, and relax. Big breaths. All right, well, we are focusing a little bit more on strength training. That work to rest ratio should have that heart rate up. All right, so a couple deep breaths before we take it down to the ground. All right, let's ground those feet for me. Nice athletic stance. I want you to cross those arms, sink down, nice deep breath. Exhale. One more. All right, let's drop that right knee. My Wi-Fi is acting up. Hopefully y'all can still hear me. Belt line towards belly button, rocking forward. Open up that hip flexor. And if we can, we're going to take that right hand across the body, opening up that lateral line. Switch once you're ready. Just quick stretch here. This is just enough to get y'all out of here. I really prefer for you to get a little more on your own after we wrap up class. Left hand reaching across, opening up that lateral line.